All right, welcome. Sorry, I had to run up to the house and use the facilities. So I don't have facilities here. Down at the garage. Welcome to the channel. Says we're live. Got no, is that a word? Got no comments from any of you guys yet. Welcome to leave a comment if you like. I try to read most of them. I think I do. So yesterday we left off with welding this on, and I've been grinding some of this down smooth, so when I put some paint on there, that it looks presentable to you guys, you know. Last night I finished up the mouse-proof gate for the exit hole, and now I started drilling the holes because I have no other option of other than putting Rivnuts on it, because the other option is to take and weld nuts on the inside, and it's just as easy to drill the holes. So. Looks like I can text you guys back. I have not tried that. This is the first time to try the comment back in the chat. Huh? Actually, I didn't think I could do that, but yeah. So I'm using my drills one after another. And that one there I welded, so. That's why she's giving me more of a hard time than the others. Again, I didn't think that through very well when I plug welded this piece on, but you know. Maybe some somebody will use my idea. Maybe they won't, maybe they'll do their own thing. There's a lot of ideas how to make them. What you can do is not, hello everyone, plan ahead and not weld beside where you might be doing a hole, huh? I think I've done that once before. I think I used that burring bit. Which is, here it is. This is amongst the stuff. If I just do that, right? I don't have a cousin. I don't even have a brother. I'm in trouble, ain't I? Don't you guys like each other down there? But you're all relatives and you like it. That's not nice. That's not nice. I just burrow that one out and then don't have to continue to fight with trying to get to the get the drills through, right? I think it's almost there. Pulled you guys off. Nope. Got you guys on a doggone, it's always dead. One or the other of these phones are always dead. Sure seems like it. Hope everybody's doing this good this evening. Looks like we got a few people on. Got 5. You do? Well, that's nice. You don't know what it is. we've been doing this build every other night or almost every night or somewheres like that, and I don't know, winters are boring, cold, and nothing to do. So, yep. I'm almost to the size I need. This guy, this one's going to be a jerker, I know that. Gotta be, right? Huh. Thought that was the size I needed to do that with. It was. Just didn't take that tiny little bump off it. So I'm doing my annual Rivnut thing because I got another half a bag to burn up, and my option is take them out and throw them in one of those bins of screws and stuff, and yeah, I do need to get some longer. These are half quarter 20 long ones, so yeah. I think I'm getting all the comments in, but every once in a while it looks like we're like behind on something, so it seems like I'm not chatting with you. It's because I'm not chatting with you. I need to get some sort of little another thing over here to hold this guy up, because you're eating? Oh, excuse me. What are we having to eat tonight? What's on the menu? What you got for the menu? Because I get to, when I get done with this, I get to eat more leftover pizza. Leftover pizza. Chicken drum. Sounds like a. Not sure what that sounds like. Sounds like that's what it sounds like. I lost track of what drill bit it was on. I'm doing every drill bit because it's better iron. This metal's just. It goes easier when you do every drill bit. Oh, chicken legs and macaroni and cheese. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that too. Did you like deep fry it or? Deep fry or oh yeah, that's the best right there. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. You must have got the 4 inches we got, eh? It was when I was going back up yesterday, last night. It was coming down, so it was, we got like 4 inches out there probably. From whatever time it was last night when I was down here. It goes down here until like 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, of course. I think we ended up with a total of 25 on 1 inch. What? I couldn't find that metal I got somewheres here. Somewhere or other I got some metal that I can cut to the strip for the bottom. It would just look much better if I did it. You know? You know, somebody might come in the garage and wonder who built that, and I'd had to tell them somebody else built it instead of me, because we gotta be close now. We gotta be. One more. And they're gonna figure out how I'm gonna cut those braces so they don't look terrible. Got a plasma cutter, but you know, it can be all messy if you don't take your time with it. Got lucky? Is that what it's called? Getting luck when you don't get snow? Yeah, I went into town today because that's what I do on Sundays. I go to church, so. Look at that. So I'm only putting 4 on it right now until I get the other banding because I don't know. I can put more. I got these washers that I brought back some time back. So I could just put, you know, like some on that, but I may have to learn how to use this right by the time I'm done with it because it's starting to turn kind of hard. I don't think it's supposed to turn that hard. This is a plastic housing, so I want to tell you that probably needs a little bit of little bit of lubrication in there. You got that many? Wow. Welcome to the channel, guys. We're just building a fume extractor, and it's about like over a month to build, mainly because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm winging it. Actually, I've watched a couple other people make them, and so I got the basis furnace blower in there because I had access to a lot of them, and the motors. I had a lot of access to motors, so anyways, looks like you just screwed that out. It pulls some of the threads out. I did that before in something else. Yeah, so the deal is I tried the blower in the beginning of the video and it didn't work. And then I started doing the build and started putting it in the box here, and then tried it again for somebody and it worked fine. So it, showed a couple of people what I'm doing, and I don't know if you just catch what was going on there. Besides pulling the threads out, I put that in there and bottomed it out, and now it's turning now. Usually these are pretty good unit, except for if you do a lot of video and mess it up. I plan to do another one of those smoke tests when I get on when I get back on the snorkel. We'll call it the snorkel effect up front. And once we get back on that, I'm going to do that one more. I didn't put it away fully. It's, you know, kind of neat to show people that after you build it all, it's going to do this, and then people, you know, without seeing it, as you're building it. If you wonder what I'm doing, I am removing it. Because fall off again. Hey, like that one, huh? That's the one-handed move there. The one-handed shuffle. I got a vacuum cleaner that I should probably repair, so for a video. I got a whole bunch of metal shavings in here that I can't get out. All my magnets are full of metal, so I get all those magnets from scrapping microwaves out, and I don't know if you've ever seen them before. I think I got one of those over here. They call them, forgot what they call it. Starts with an M. Mictron or Marktron or Reichtron. So we take these little aluminum plates out for scrap. And then it comes with two magnets, so that's what I use the magnets for, picking up metal dust, and it keeps from getting all the metal slivers in your fingers. Megatron, hello. It doesn't say that on there, but this is from your microwaves. So we take that and we take a big transformer out of it, and there's a little bit of wire in them that makes you think you're getting your money, you're getting all you can out of it. Try to do all my live stuff on the live, you know, all my scrapping stuff on the scrapping channel since I started the scrapping channel, but there's only like 34 subscribers on that, so, and it was just so I didn't put all that on this channel because it's just too much to be on one channel. Not sure what happens here, but this thing is went kitty wampa on me. See it? That nut, the screws in there. Kitty on the wampa. Shouldn't have done that, but all right. That's how you do it right. Okay. think I got some. Let me see. I think I got some graphite that I don't ever use. There we go. This stuff, it's a refillable shop size. It is from JAJS, not a sponsor of the channel. I don't know. I think my son got it. It's really good for locks, locks on your doors and cars and things like that, because you really don't want to put WD-40 or whatever that stuff is, because it tends to oh yeah, it tends to collect dust and stuff, dirt and stuff, dust. I had to come up with that. So I'll leave, most of it's on my little workbench, but anyways. I think that's probably not, that's not planned to screw up the tool. But I've mentioned one time or other, somebody else had another one on Marketplace, but it was just a long ways away, I thought, to get it. I mean, in the middle of winter time. Yeah, she's not gonna move for me. She's gonna be bad. Yeah, because I tightened up the big nut here, the jam nut, and so she is not good. So hope everybody's having a good Sunday night, and back to work tomorrow, I'm sure, for yeah, don't they use it for gunsmithing stuff? Wow, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, I would tend to tell you that is not good to do that. So it's supposed to be, I thought it's supposed to be adjustable. Probably not. I probably messed it up because it wasn't bottomed out in there. They look a little rough in there, them threads do. Yeah. This doesn't look bad. Just the other piece looks bad. Yeah. Oh. No, she's still bad. She's still bad. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be bottomed all the way down, and between all the goofing around, I messed it up. I don't think that bad. It does have one piece of thread coming off it, hairline one, but that right there is not good. Right in there. See, I got another one of these in that box. I think they're different sizes. You want me to just wreck just one or wreck two? Better not wreck any more, because it's probably not best. But again, it's an Astro tool, so it's from Amazon, so it's only, I don't know what the expected life is on it. I wouldn't think it's a lot, considering the most part that can be abused the most is made out of plastic. So Let's see. Let's see. I'm sure I don't got it. Think it's metric, or you think it's standard? Metric or standard? Canadian guys, what do you think? Metric or standard? Because I got both. I got both. Got both. This is probably not the most excitable. See, I don't think I even have one big enough because it only goes up to half. So I'll probably have to take him. It's special socket. Yeah, you can see that. You can see the thread hanging down. You guys see it, right? Holy moly! Holy moly! Yeah, I like took a piece of the. Yeah, I took a piece of it and kind of ripped it out. You can see it's ripped out, so. Right there, it's straight. Oh my, it looks like I got it back in. Just by pushing that thread back up. Back up in it, it jumped out. It just jumped right out. Didn't you see it jump out of there? No, it just broke loose. So it's probably best to, when you're doing this, make sure this nut is tight against the, we'll call it the anvil. And that way you won't have that problem. There you go. Yeah. So when you have to replace these different size pieces, you need to make sure it's not loose on there. So you have that damaging part. But we're done with it for today. I can't even get that. There we go. All brand new again. Yeah. But yeah, that should have been just tightened right up instead of loose like that. And I seen it loose like that, but well, you know, I'm not too much of a to detail. So I brought this all the way over here for I don't know. So you can see I have a metric set of sockets, a set of taps and dies. Sounds like some motors are out moving around today. Right, I'm down here in the corner of my property, so I can hear traffic in both directions. All right. This is compliments from Mr. Dick Thompson, whoever that was. I got it off Marketplace. Thank you, Dick Thompson. Dick Thompson is no longer with, I've never met the gentleman, but your relatives were selling all his tools. He had like a couple tons of Snap-on stuff that showed up on Marketplace. I just didn't have the money for it. I just didn't have the money for it. And, you know, you don't have the money, you just don't get it. It's the way it is with me, but yeah, let's see. See, then I don't know why I'm trying to put this on here because I already told you a greasy nipple. What's that? It's a greasy nickel. These shouldn't be long enough. I'm gonna try them anyways because I did notice on a couple of them that, yeah, see, they're not long enough. I did notice on a couple of them, I pulled them rivets back, pulled them so far in that they actually worked. But so my blower unit is full of metal shavings from somewhere or other. I gotta make sure that I leave this piece of wire hanging out of the unit so I can pull and push it in and pull it out, so you know, so I can break it off probably. I do know that it's coming. Hang on. I do believe I have some, at least 4 of these guys to use. So. So I made a little hole so she can come out through there, peekaboo out. But yeah, we got that done. All that in one episode, eh? I do know I have some longer ones in my bin over there. So I'll spare you that digging of the attachments for the video. Right. So now we're back on the front of the unit, where we need to go back to the metal that I bought and figure out how we're going to be able to trim these off without too much mess. I do know that if you take and cut 2 of them and stack them up and put a couple of welds on them and stack them up, you can trim both the same size, same dimension. I do know that for a fact. And I think last night I was saying that I believe I was saying that I had a template of what I made over here, and I couldn't find it. I believe it was the case, and I wanted to show someone if they were just tuning in and didn't see what I was had. There she is. All right, so that's what this one's looking like. You're not going to see much of it at all. I have 2 of those, 2 and 2. So I need 4 of these. I need like that, and then I'm going to have another one coming up this way. So these got to be attached to each side of the housing. I don't think they're going to have to be quite that far out, but we're just winging it because I only have 2 cut out, 2 on the pattern thing, mainly because I was trying to show you guys what they were going to look like, and I did show you a picture of a commercial unit on my other phone, and Yeah. We got 49 of you guys. How you guys doing? You're welcome. If you have access, you're willing to leave a comment if you like. I try to answer most of the questions. I do notice that I believe that most of the people that are watching just watch YouTube and don't like to comment because maybe from because they don't speak English and I don't speak the other language. So there's that. There's that. Now my understanding is that you can click on something on YouTube because I was trying to put it where I could put it in the bottom so you can understand what I'm saying. And then I was told by somebody that knows more about YouTube than I do and says that you guys and the viewers can click on something to understand what I'm saying. So I can't tell you how to do that because I'm. What do you do? Nothing wrong with that. That's probably why I should learn a second language, but I don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm smart enough to figure that out. There's some kind of thing. This is one that comes to me. Polyfru Francais or something to the effect. That's like one of the movies I've watched. So hopefully it's not a. I think that's like hello. I think. Polyfru Francais. I think that's. Sorry. Yeah, like when I was in school, they didn't have any kind of. Well, I don't know. I don't think they had anything like that that we could. Is that like pardon me? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? It's like pardon me, Polyfru Francais. I don't know. It's some kind of. I can't even tell you what I even heard it on. Oh. This might be. It might be. No, it shouldn't be. It may be offensive in some countries, but I watch Hogan's Heroes, and the French guy always says Luigi. No, the little short guy. Oh, is that what it means? Okay. No, I don't. Eric 29, I'm working on a fume extractor. And because I do a lot of, I love to weld. And I have a 211 Miller portable, and I love welding stuff. And we welded this, and what happens is I'm stuck in the garage all winter long. I like to weld stuff up, make stuff, and the fumes give me a bad headache. And plus, I'm told that to suck up all these fumes is not good for your. It's not good for you. So I'm told. Yeah, I'm waiting for this next comment to come in because somebody else just commented. I'm waiting for it to come from there, up there, over that way, and back down so I can see it here. There it is. No, it ain't. Still not there. I can comment here on my other phone, and this is just an internet phone for the videos. And I try to, because I had to walk all the way around. It's not that far. I'm not. I gotta keep turning the camera back and forth. For you guys, it's like jerking back and forth. I've watched the videos, and to keep from jerking the monitor phone, the phone that I'm using for video. I'm trying to keep from swinging it around, but it looks like to me it's not even coming through yet. So no, well, not really. Not really. We've tested it already, and it works. And so I'm just the only part that's experiment is the how I was gonna get the filter out that filters the air, and we come up to the conclusion that I can't slide it out from the side. I have to bring it out through here, and so the top is open and the front is open. I put Rivnuts on it here. We're running out, but it looks like to me I'm done with it. So it's just a blower unit out of a furnace, and so the intake is here and the exhaust is over here to this side, over here, over where I'm pointing. Can you see it? So we've already tested it with a smoke machine, and from like this far away, which you can't tell how far that is, from at least this far away, the smoke, you can see the smoke going that way. So as soon as I build this part and the arm that comes out to the B that can go over to whatever I'm doing, we're going to do another smoke test on it to see if it has enough pull from that far away. You know what I'm saying? Because right here is great, but maybe over there it won't work. I don't see why it wouldn't, but and it's all in a way it is an experiment, because the ones I've seen people do, they are I mean, don't get me wrong, if YouTube puts ads on these videos after I do it, and I make $3.50, yay. But if they don't, somebody can click on this and go, hey, this guy just walked me right through it, and he showed me where it didn't work at this point, or it works right here, so he can have a short arm. But if he has to have a long arm, it's not enough pull to it. So, and all the videos I see on TV, on YouTube, they just show you the unit, what they're using, they're showing you what they bought, and then they show it all together, and then they show they're working. So, if you've not watched YouTube for a while by now, what you see is not always what you see, because most of the people are interested in ad revenue money. And well, of course, you want to give me some ad revenue money, then just give it to me. But I'm just doing this to make the winter go by quicker. And I got to build one, because like I said, I welded 2 days ago. I welded the side up because I had to put 2 pieces of metal in, and I got a headache out of it. I know when I get a headache out of it because I've got them before, and that's from the exhaust fumes from the weld and the paint on the material and all that. So if you got all that, well, that's not what I'm saying. I didn't say I don't want money, because I would have said, hey, I got a tip jar on my YouTube channel. You guys, if you want to, you can send some money to my tip jar. I'm not going to do that. No. I'm just as broke as you. I have to go every week to go to work, so I can get a little bit of money to build to buy something else for this. So, no, not about that. But anyways, uh, this is like, I think, the first time I've ever mentioned that, and it's because other people do videos for the ad revenue, and because they do the ad revenue, they don't show you all the stuff. And I've seen the videos where it looked like to me it worked perfectly, and then just watched something. I just watched a guy just saying that last night, you know, all these little propane tanks. Well, some or other, he wants to take the brass valves out of them, which I do too. But the first brass valve he took out was a tank that was still usable, and I had to float on. He says these are all expired tanks, and I can't use them anymore. And the very first tank he took out had a float on it. So unless the threading device that went to your barbecue grill was damaged, he just wiped out it's massive. Probably 6 years ago, there wasn't enough propane tanks out on the market that you had to go buy one new to get your own tank, spares, like my generator at the house, I got a setup that I haven't totally finished up, where you could run, if the gasoline, who knows where the gasoline's going to go now. We really don't know. I mean, it could go back up to like ridiculous amount of money. So we have, a backup generator that we've got, I think I've used twice. And, I think I mentioned to you that in Canada, you guys don't have recreational fuel. And it's used for recreational fuel, it's used for the summertime for jet skis, side-by-sides, all that kind of stuff. It helps you keep from having issues with the carburetors, getting all gummed up with that corn crap that they make us buy. And that's why so many people have problems with injectors on the cars, because that stuff is highly toxic, highly corrosive, and it'll damage rubber hoses, it'll damage diaphragms and the carburetors, all that stuff. So they come out with rec fuel to keep the cost down on everybody's, And a lot of these little small business companies now they're really hurting, because the electric motors everything run by electric is coming in, which everybody knows that. Well, they don't. I don't think they're thinking beyond that. Beyond whatever. They just buy the newest thing and think it's good, and then they find out later that, if you don't have electricity, you're in trouble. Because then you can't do any of this stuff. I can't do none of it. Except for run a generator. I mean, you got half done 2 generators I got here. One of them runs, it needs carburetor work, and that one that I just put a cylinder on a year and a half ago, I never even finished up the video on it, because I started it, I got a couple comments on it, and then no comments, nobody interested. I just put them aside and go on to something else, because it's not for the ad revenue thing. It's just because my attention span on one thing is, this is like the longest thing I've ever kept on attention, is because you guys watch it, you guys like it. So that's why I'm doing it. It's interaction. I like it. You guys seem to like it. People keep coming back and watching it. So, and if they don't come back and watch it, I'll just continue to go back to the pre-recorded stuff and put it up on my channel, and I may get 12 views on it or something like that. Nobody wants to listen to all that. But anyways, yeah. I get to meet all you nice people all over the place. You guys talk to me and some of you can't communicate with me. It's too bad, but yeah, well, you get to watch anyways. You know, and if I talk too much, you all leave because nobody wants to listen to it. So anyways, yeah. So I'm not begging for money, and I try to avoid that conversation because as long as I'm working, I continue to fund the projects. That's why I try to stick with projects that don't cost a lot of money, and I can repurpose stuff that I have, or I can get, and stuff that you guys can get. People throw furnaces out on their front yard, or you can talk to a furnace guy and just put a furnace in. All of a sudden you see you're driving down the road, and all of a sudden you look, and the two houses down, the furnace guy's there, working on the furnace. You knock on the door and say, "Hey, you getting rid of that furnace?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" You know, you make a deal with him. You can get that blower unit before it goes to the scrap bin for 6 cents a ton, 6 cents a pound or something or other. So he gets $12.30 out of it. But if you bought the blower unit for $15 with a motor in it, you're farther ahead. And so is he, because he doesn't. You're taking it away. He gets billed for it. He gets billed. I don't know, a lot of people know this, but the furnace guys get billed to remove it, so they can charge $55 to dispose of it, take it to the scrapyard, and get their $12.50 for it, and then they get $60 for the company, and they get $12 for themselves. So, yeah. All right. So, that's back with that. If somebody was just wondering if that's an experiment. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. All right. So I did have a pencil. I did do two, and I was going to try to cut this out tonight with the plasma cutter, but the problem is I just need to cut it into strips, tack weld it together, and then you can't wait to comment on it? Oh, you can't wait, eh? Yeah, this is 3/16 bar, and so flat bar. So I'm going to take and cut them into pieces, and then grind off the edges, and then smooth it out so it looks like, doesn't look like a hack trick. You know what I'm saying? My option is use I can't use my chop saw because my chop saw has been taken over by the manager without removing the plate. And my other option is to use my grinder. But I'm cutting out 3/16 pieces, so it's going to take a little bit. I was going to just do 1/8 but I need the structural strength for to hold up my tube. Hold up my tube. And I think that 1/8 would have been not enough. thinking it wouldn't have been enough. It would have cost it to do cutting my wire from my wire bulb, and yeah, could have practiced that, right? So it would have been doing this too much. It may still do it. Somewhere or other I got to put this guy together because they left it apart so they could get the part number on the inside. I said, why is this put together? And she said they put the number inside so because if it's on the outside it gets scratched up. So I gotta have like a long, I have to have a long table to do that on. Push that in and work my way down. Yeah. Have a flat piece of steel to guide along, so but I don't. Actually, I think I do. I can find it. I think I put them somewhere. I try not to throw any metal away because just when you throw it away, you find you need it. I do anyways. Sometimes I'll be looking at, I'll be going through my hoard and something will jump out at me. Something if you like looking at this here, mess of stuff, and something that'll be like a shining light on it, like this piece of metal. So you're looking through your hoard and a shining light will show up on one thing, and you know what's funny is I said, well, that's kind of weird, but then I didn't do anything about it. Then like 3 weeks later, literally, seriously, 3 weeks later, I said, shoot, where's that thing at I just seen the other day? And so I'm looking through my hoard of stuff, and I can't find it. So what I do now is something, if something shows up like out of the blue like that, I bring it to the top of the hoard so I can see it for next time. I don't know if you've had that experience before or not. You might. Most people don't have such a pile of nonsense. It's happened. It's on my hand of 5 times, on this hand of 5 fingers. I've had it at least that many times that I've went back within, it might have not been 3 weeks. It might have been like 4 or 5 weeks. But then I'm like, I remember seeing that. Where's that at? And then I kind of go back to where it's at. That vicinity, and you can't find it. You can't find it. I used to have like a tape measure. I used to have tape measures like at every vicinity where we are at. You know what I'm saying? Like my old house. I'd have one just outside the door. I would have one in the drawer. I'd have one here. So I got like 5 or 6 tape measures all over the place because they grow legs and they just walk. And when you go to look for them again, I just oversee them. I don't know if it's just age or what. But anyway, that's what's with me. It's like I said, I lost my other drill set, and I explained it to my boy, but he says, no, I didn't do it. You just overlooked it. So then, it's in here. It's in here. They're in here. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I forgot to mention to you. This is a earplug. I don't know how you get them on. This is an earplug vent, so it's like put your earphones on. I don't even know how you use them. There we go. Put your earplugs on. That took a bit. I got it. One down. I can't hear you. Sure glad these are not mine. One more. I think we're done. Nope, a little bit more. Yep. Take your headphones off for now. Sure glad them are down here. All right, so we got 2 of them now. And there's not much to cut off each corner. but I need to take and tack them together. Some people will take and tack them together. That's the only way I can say that you can do both of them when you're taking. You go to grind them to be the same, and it's the only way I can say that you can make them both identical. Other than I have a plasma cutter, but it doesn't have that. I don't have that table set up to do that kind of thing. To do round stuff. I did start one over there. I'm serious. I started making one that you could put a motor on it and go across. And then it got into where I was using bearings from. I'm being up in video because I need easier, more better instead of using that all the time. I started making it, and I guess the picture's quality is not that great. It looks like it's kind of like flurry or slurry or something, according to this one. Oh, it's better now. I do know if my boy comes down in with a tractor and he rides in the center of the beam between the corner of my garage and my railing of my house, because I got to bring the one on the railing, actually, and the antenna. He goes in between it when he brings the tractor down here. So I have noticed it go like start to cycling. So, and then it went away. We still captivated 16 of you people, huh? Hope you're got tomorrow off, or don't have to work tomorrow, or better yet, are retired. Considering yeah, if you go on Google Studio, it tells me the ages of people watching, and most of the ages of watching are around my age. So, and there's some younger people, but they don't stick around too long. And I don't want to talk about business on Sunday. Sunday fun day. I've heard that before from somebody, but I don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, so I got the welder going. I got to do the clamp after I took and wiggled them around a little bit. They're going to be pretty close. You guys will never even know, other than if I mention that they're not even, not even, you can't even see me over there. They're not even the same. You guys will never know. That's just the secrets of YouTube TV, is you can fudge stuff that looks like it's great for you guys, and it's terrible. And then you can act like it. I can act like it's just great. Everything's great. Just like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. I do that same thing with car builds. You got the camera far enough back that you can't see is that's got a half-inch gap in one of the fenders, when they just said that went together nice, didn't it? So I'm just going to tack one on the end here and one on the other end. So we'll get our corners cut, and then we'll go and release that, and then make them all pretty for the for the award. For the Tony Award. Did I turn the gas on? No gas. Next week I gotta try to get a snowblower in here to work on. Since we got snow, and the only time I seem to work on projects like that, I find myself, is when you go to use them, then you want them working. Anybody else like that? Anybody else like that? When you don't need it, you don't want to work on it, but when you need it, then all of a sudden you got to work on it. But so I may cut. I may cut to that next week sometime if I can get it in the. I took all my snow down off my little canopy out here and didn't even think that that it was gonna get hard. The snow was gonna get hard again, and so now it's like a rock. It's like a rock. So I'm gonna have to use like a pick to get the. Yep, 2 layers. So that these two are the same, and then you go to the next one, and then you can cut as many as you want to cut at the same time. But I'm thinking that these ones here, well, I'm gonna need 4 for this bottom thing. So I'm gonna do 2 and 2, and is it easier to do 4? Well, let me tell you. Yes and no. When you're doing 2, it's easier to control than when you're doing 4. Because when you're doing 4, it's thicker, and it just takes longer to cut. That's all. No big deal. All right, noise alert. I'm going to use these orange. I don't know where they came from. I think that you can probably turn music on them too, but you might hear me singing in here, and I might get a copyright for it if I'm singing. Noise alert. Now I can plasma cut these too. I really could, but the thing is that I'm finding is I'm not that good with it. But for bulk cutting, I'm okay. Now what the problem is trying to see what you're cutting and be accurate with it. I'm more accurate with a grinder than I am with that plasma cutter, and maybe because had more with this. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you. I like the plasma cutter because it's quick and simple, but unfortunately, I don't have. How do I say it? I do have a started one. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the one, like I said, the man with 100 projects started, and let me show you what I got. So this might score for a couple points. Okay, so a circle jig. This is watching other people's stuff. I start making a circle jig. You put your plasma cutter in here, and you have this thing here, and you go around. Well, the problem is when I tried it, I didn't make it the tip big enough to put the hole in, so I can do my circle jig. And what happens is this will come out of it. Now, then I watched some more videos of people's ideas, and they used a magnet for the pivot point. But if I was going to cut that there, I would have to have a real small one. See, this has got a bearing in it. And so we scrap out stuff and we get bearings. And we save the bearings in a toolbox. And so anyways, it's I might get like 1 point. I might get 1 like for this probably on the channel. I might get 1 like for a start on a circle jig. But yeah. So I just, like I said, I found a hunk of tube that the bearing would fit in there. I didn't have to machine it out. It went in. And then I got a hunk of rod, and then I threaded into a hunk of rod. And I love watching these guys come up with these great ideas. And then I use like about this much of their idea and do it my own way. Because, you know, mine and yours and everybody else's way is much better than the guy that just had 150,000 subscribers watch that. Well, 230 some thousand subscribers watch that one video. So mine's got to be much better than that one. I don't know, but it is because I did it off my own stuff, and I might have stole a couple ideas from him. So, you know, anyways, that's the start of one. I mean, that's you know, you hear my boy. I'm the guy that has 100,000 projects going, but none of them are finished. But you know what? That's one of my problems is to start. Initially start the project is the worst, because what if you do this and what if you do that? What if you spent all this time on this blower unit and it doesn't work? You got months on this thing and it doesn't work. That's what I have at the beginning. Is what if that doesn't work when you're done with it? What? Just telling you where I'm at. So, you know, just like the whole thing is, you know, and nobody wants to hear that, I'm told. My son says, the manager says nobody wants to hear that. So I'm the only one that deals with that. And I know I should have a mask on when I'm grinding and all that, but that's what this is about. Once I get this done, if I'm still can breathe, then we're golden, right? So you can do this grinder thing. You can do that grinder thing, or you can go over to your sander that my son broke the disc on it. The manager broke the disc on, the belt on, and then I told him there was some more. And luckily he's not watching because he'd be yelling at me. I didn't do that. I didn't break that. Actually, he told me he did. He told me he broke it. So this is okay one. This is Porter Cable's unit I got for like $75. And the story, here you go. I'm a guy with stories. Just so you know. This came from on Discovery Channel. I should have had him sign it. I think I still know where he lives at. So there's the one where you make the knives. The knives. You know, you get a hunk of metal and you go through beating it to pieces, and then you got to add some more metal with it to make it real thick, and then you beat it up and you heat it, you beat it up and all that. One of the winners from like 8 years ago or something, maybe 10 years ago, this was his. This grinder belonged to him, and he told me the story, and you got to believe him because it's just too unbelievable. So he was a champion of the knife grind show, whatever it's called. My wife used to like it, but I didn't like it because the judges would, send somebody home, and I didn't like that. These guys just busted their butt for their television program for them to send them home. So anyways, this grinder belonged to one of the guys that won the championship from up here, that went to wherever it was at, obviously in California, right? Isn't that where that's held? I don't even know what the name it is called. It's on reruns now. Yeah, I'd have to look and see what it is. So that's the story behind that thing. Is that what he started out on? He makes knives. You can go on the internet and he still makes custom knives for you. Cool. He showed me some of the knives. With like, holy moly, he takes bone from a deer horn and cuts it down and puts it on a handle. He can do whatever you want for your custom knife. Of course, they're going to cost you like a lot, like $500 for that long of knife. So, but it was unbelievable, the stuff. Anyways, I got a story. That's what you do when you buy stuff off Marketplace or Kijiji. Your guys, you get stories from the people that sold it, and you're like, yeah, huh. I don't know if anybody liked that story, but I thought it was kind of cool that I got it. Can you all see over there? You need me to zoom you in because I'm a long ways away, and I don't want to move the camera back and forth because it's just a pain in the butt. There we go. That's about as close as I can bring you. Oh no, we lost it now. Your phone died. So I don't think you heard the story. Yeah, I'm gonna put some snow on it right now. Just got one little ding, one little spot. So let me put some snow in this guy, and then I'll tell you the story that it'll sound like you just missed about my Porter cable grinder. Okay, hang on. Here, just so you believe I'm going out the door. Didn't last long, that old snow on that heat. So yeah, so anyways, the story I had was this Porter cable grinder that I picked up was in town 30 miles west of here, east of here, northeast of here, and it was on Marketplace, which is Kijiji with you guys, and so the guy said like $75, and I'm on my way tomorrow morning. Oh, gotta have it. And he said, no problem. Got there and he showed me his knives. He's making all these custom knives and stuff. He's got all kinds of bone handles on them from all kinds of different bones. He's got reindeer antlers on it, and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of nice. He says, yeah, I was the winner on Discovery Channel's Fire Champion something or other or something. I'm like, you know you're not. I said, oh yeah. And then he showed me some, I can't remember what he showed me. He says, I was on there. And he told me the name. Yeah. And I said, I don't like the program. And he's like, why don't you like it? I said, because you guys bust your butt. I see you. You're on this. You can tell that you guys are busting your butt to make the handle. He says, what's this part of the program? We all know that when we come there. I'm like, there's no way I'd play it. I wouldn't play that game. There ain't no way I'm going to bust my butt slamming on this, getting hot. It's probably in California, so they probably there's the air conditioning. The only thing that has air conditioning is outside that room that they're in. And then, the bad guy, the guy that always cuts everybody, I didn't like him. I didn't like him since the first thing I looked at him. That's the bad guy. Get rid of him. And I'm talking so I can let this thing cool down because he's still hot and it's hard to hold on to, even if I just put it in that little bit of snow. So yeah, and he said, yeah, I make knives. It's on the internet, and I don't know if he remembered. I don't think he was going to move. I almost can go to the same house if I went over there, because it's just down from the golf course in this little town. That I worked in that town when I moved up here from the city for at least 5 years. So I kind of knew the area when he said, "Hey, I'm right down here on this one road." So you go down this one road, and then you turn down this road and go down this one road. There's only like 5 houses on there, so I just keep knocking until I find the right guy. That's what you do up here in the city, up here in the sticks, is you just keep knocking on people's doors until you find the right guy. I mean, you gotta be careful, because if you're outside of town and it's dark, they might come with their to the door with their broom. No, they're not going to come to the door with a broom. Yeah. So, anyways, that's quite the story. And now I got the guy's grinder. So it's like, and he was a champion, and he showed me some papers that he did win. And I think I remember hearing the name. And then it was kind of funny because it wasn't around that same period. The local radio station had another guy on there. And he lives over by me. He did. I think he moved because he had a little mill, one of those cheap little mills from Harbor Freight or something. that showed up on there, and he only wanted like $200 for him. But I was like, and I'm like, I'm just down around the corner. I'll be there in 3 seconds. And I already knew the guy because we got a car for him. And I said, I already know where you live, dude. Come on, sell it to me. He said, well, I already promised this little guy. And I said, well, what if you don't show up? Well, it sounds like he's going to be there. It was like a $600 mill thing. I probably wouldn't have liked it anyways, because the little lathe they got over here in the corner is it's just like Harbor Freight, but it's a yellow one, and I can't get it to work right. I got a bigger Craftsman in the garage, the shed, the pole barn over there, that I can get to work doing ridiculous stuff with it. But this little guy, I bought some bits from Harbor Freight, and they ain't worth nothing. They can't cut nothing, even nothing. Anyways, it was kind of cool, the story, you know. You get a story from somebody to buy. That's kind of why I like to buy stuff off Marketplace. You get a better deal. Don't get me wrong, some of the stuff's junk on there. You gotta really be careful. Some of the stuff's junk on there. That's the dumping ground for people that don't want the stuff anymore, and they don't use it anymore. That's what they say. Well, let me tell you, she's a lady, and I think she was going to try to help things out. It looked like, but yeah, I think she was trying to help things out, but we live in a racial. Yeah, I can't say much more than that. If you could see, Anyways, I'll try to stay away from that. I think she's a nice lady. I think she could have helped out America, but I don't think that she was well liked by. I don't think she was well liked by. You can tell who she wasn't liked by. Everybody knows. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I've got some junk. You kind of know when you're going into it. Can you make it work until you can afford something a little better? And some of the stuff is, like I got my chain grinder up there that replaced the ones I lost in my house fire. But in the meantime, I bought one off Marketplace that I couldn't get the right cutting disc for. But when I went to a local small engine place, oh, you have that kind of thing. Oh, you're gonna sell it, and I'm thinking like, well, I didn't care for the people in the first place, so that's a big check on why I wouldn't sell it to you in the first place. No, I'm gonna keep it. I was gonna hang it up on the wall because it's old, and I'm trying to remember. The company was bought out. They used to have all kinds of different things. I got one of their little sharpener things over there. Foley something. It's two people together, Foley and something. And now it's been bought out. That company's bought out. It's based out of Missouri, I think. Missouri. And it's hard to get the right cutting disc for it, for sharpening. When I went to get from that company, which is based out of Missouri, that was bought out by another company, and then during COVID I was trying to get some discs for it, and they couldn't help me with the disc. I'm telling them this is the model number, and they couldn't help me with it. They just would say which ones you want, and we'll send them to you. Other than that, they couldn't help me out. So when I got the disc, which I paid a lot of money for them to get them, they were too big for the saw I wanted to. So, and now these ones here, it's an Oregon sharpener. So there's a model number on it. So anytime I want to order, I can just go right on Amazon, order the right cutting things, and it's, you know, it was a different size shaft, and it was just a whole lot of pain in the butt. And nobody in sales wants to help you out with anything. They just want the easy way out. Yeah, so let me sharpen the rest of this. Sharpen it. Let me finish up the perfection. There you go. We got perfection now. We got perfection now. Look at that. That's like top quality. That's like top quality. Right from the machinist, you know what I'm saying? All right. I don't know where we're at tonight. Oh, we're at the two hour mark. Oh, you know what that is. You know what that means, don't we? That we're gonna have to call it tonight. So so I can finish this tomorrow after it cools down. But I gotta take and knock out this little bit here. And then I gotta make 2 more of those, so I should be able to bring you along with that, because this wasn't too harmless, was it? Now I have a can of I don't know, whatever that stuff is blue. I couldn't find a can of it. So I just got to knock out this red part tomorrow night. And I'm probably going to have to do that. Put this in the vise and grind that out, because that's what. Don't ask me why I want it to be like that. Perfection. Perfection. We're getting to the point where we're going to do perfection. Right? You know what I'm saying? Called? I believe it's called that. But anyways, I got a can of it somewhere. And yep. Toolmaker. I don't even know what I needed it for. There you go. It's backward for you guys again. There. There you go. There you go. Because we got just a few seconds left. There you go. Toolmaker blue layout die. Huh? See, don't you know? Then can't you tell I want to be a tool maker someday? Because I spent all the money on that stuff. But yeah, I asked him for a. That was back in school days. Back in school days, we had that stuff, and it was in a quart jar, and you could get a brush out, put it on where you wanted it to, and then highlight your line or whatever. Isn't that what the purpose of that? Highlight your lines or something? I'm thinking that's what it's for. But uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lost the drill truck. No. I just put it on the same table that I was doing. I know you guys want me to just keep going, but I know you wouldn't mind me keep going, but whew. You're gonna have to get a power pack for your drill, huh? For your drill. For your phone. Yeah, she's smoking hot still. That's pretty nice though. See how that thing makes it nice and pretty? See, somebody's going to score me on that too when I get this all in here. And they're going to shine the camera on it. And then everybody's going to give me a score, you know, high score of like 75 on it because of the shining. You can do that with good metal. You can shine good metal. Bed iron and filing cabinet tin, not so much. No. But I did grind some more of the welds down before I brought you guys on. And I did show you these, didn't I? I was watching a Canadian guy from Alberta, Canada. He was talking about, oh, my thumb is hurting, my thumb's hurting. Then I'm thinking, it would be nice. And I thought to myself, no, as soon as you start talking about rattle can and spray can thing, people are already going to send them to him. So why would I want to do it? Why would I want to send him too many of them? And I had a cheaper one that I got like, I don't know where I got it. Someplace. Alright, so I take my glasses off. My magnifying glasses. And now I can't even see what I'm trying to do. I've had it on already, so it works. Well, it did. Not sure what's the deal is. It's probably because I can't see. Alright, there you go. And it really grips on there good. It really does. I thought it was right centered. Pretty nice, huh? Yeah. You know what that's for. When we get to the point where we get to spray it. Yeah. I mean, if you need some of these, this is what they're called. Of course, again, not a sponsor. We'll say that thing, and it's backwards, of course. And I don't think they were that much money. They even give you a nice instruction card with it. But you can click right on, I don't know if you can. You may be able to take your phone right now and do that, whatever it's called again. I forgot. Right? I don't know if it's good enough to put your phone up to and get it or not. But yeah, the ordering department was nice enough to get those for me. Yeah. You can thank the ordering department here at 73 SUPERGLIDE live chat for ordering them. This would be kind of cool. But she doesn't watch. She said, I already have to listen to you in person. I'm not going to listen to you on your channel. Yeah, you gotta love them. All right, so we're gonna cut her. We're gonna cut her, guys. I know I hurt your feelings when I do that, but I get to work tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like we got almost 3,000 people tuned in tonight for this live show. I'm glad you guys tuned in, even if it was 3 seconds to say, "Oh, he's not doing nothing I like." You know, even if it was nothing you favored, you never know. I tried to put a little thumbnail of whatever I was doing the night before. So if you get home and you're tired and you can't tolerate listening to me for this long. You know, there's an option where I can push the button where the volume, the voices, like right here, like watch. It's because I just turned the speaker off. If I could learn to, when I'm grinding, to turn that off so you guys don't have to hear it, that would be good. But let me tell you, it's not even that. It's turning it back on when I'm done. And now I'm talking to you guys going, huh? What? You got a problem with your stuff. You got a problem with your stuff. All right, enough of this. Enough of this for tonight. And thanks for watching, you 32 people. You guys get a chance to add your channel on so you can leave a comment. I don't unfilter any persons other than if you leave some inappropriate nonsense for whatever reason. People like to do that. I think they just need attention, so we just block them and move on. Yeah. You know, I polish that sometimes, bro. then you removed it, eh? I used to have a full head of hair, dude. I really did when I was younger. Even had a afro one time because it was less maintained. It was even easier to take care of. You had an afro too? Yeah, I don't whatever them were, whenever those days were when people. Well, I don't know. I can get hair growing on my head. It just costs me a lot of money, and for what? The girls don't want nobody with hair. I'm told. They like the older guys with no hair. I don't know why. I can't answer that question. You'd have to ask the older ones. We'll be back tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time, after 6. Tonight I was back in here like 6:30-ish, I think it was. And I got to go turn that heater off. You can't grow a beard. Oh, you know, I do see once in a while. I'll see some guys with that. I thought, yeah. Um, there's stuff you can put on your head to get hair growing, but I ain't gonna tell you what it is. It's not grease either, because grease will just. I think it was from. I used to wear hats all the time. Seriously, I got even hats in here. I used to wear hats. Um, so I used to wear hats. See? Seriously, I used to wear hats, and hey, when we moved, I had like about 100 hats that I acquired, and I used to wear hats for whatever reason because I had hair, and then I found out that that's not it. It just runs in the family. My grandpa had on my mother's side, he was balder than the bald guy. When I was only a year old when he passed. So he liked to work in the garage. He used to work on wood, so that's why I can't work on wood, because he used to work on wood. He had all this stuff. My grandma said he had every craftsman tool you could get, and she sold it all. Like, why'd you sell it all? She said, I needed the money. I said, I bet you got a lot of money for it back then. She said, no, I pretty much gave it away because, they knew that she didn't need it anymore. So they were all like beggars. You know what we're talking about when we go to a garage sale and find out that the husband passed away and the wife wants to get rid of all the stuff for next to nothing. And we like, scores, more, more, more. I don't have enough, more, enough of this. We got to go. Really. 2 hours and 15 minutes is over. It's like more than enough. Bye.